What is going on, everybody? Game Engineer back here with another video, and of course we are continuing on with our incursion content right now. So last video we did a lot of runs, trying to get our reputation up. We did, I mean, okay, right? We're at 3 with UICS, level 2 at IGC, almost level 2 with VLF. I do know that they touched on the rewards that you get from these missions and challenges and stuff. So it may take a little bit longer than what I was used to gain the faction up. But I think, like I said, moving forward, we're going to try to focus on just doing some challenges, test out that theory to see if it will only gain on that faction. Um, so we'll come back in a minute and select these. But for now, we're going to go to our stash. This thing, I left it just how it was last video. Okay, this thing is like, it's a mess. It's totally full. We haven't bought any upgrades yet. I don't think I bought a weaponry box before I uploaded videos, guys. I think you start out with 3. And I haven't upgraded any of that. And like I said, you cannot upgrade the main stash. It is what it is. We're going to buy another weaponry box so that we can start getting some of these guns out of here. And we're just going to kind of move down the line, and we're going to manage our money as we go. We don't want to spend all of it, but we want to clear this up as best we can. So let's buy us a weaponry box. Okay, so ammo. We need to buy more ammo for sure. The FMJs I'm going to leave up in the top. Those are the most prevalent ammo that I seem to use because M4s use it, the SCAR uses it, the AUG uses it. So FMJs are really common and prevalent. 338s are sniper rounds, so I'm going to put that down here as almost like a specialty area, I guess. Same with the NATOs. NATOs go, I think if I remember right, the NATOs go to the SCAR H. Okay, so we got that to tier 2. We're at 13 grand. We might stop there on our upgrades. The weapons box those are expensive to upgrade and buy. Um, but it is needed. 10 grand. Oh, man. We need space really bad in a weapon box. Okay. So let's get these moved up here for now. All right. So we're starting to clean up a little bit. Starting to clean up just a little bit. All right. Now let's start digging through tack rigs. Looking for ammo and getting the ammo out. Here we go. There's shoddy ammo. That buffer tube. I might be able to. What's cool with the AKs is there's an attachment, there's a buffer tube attachment you can get that allows you to use AR-15 stocks on an AK. We'll go through that. I don't know if I'm gonna have the reputation to actually show it, but I could show you an example by showing you the parts. We can walk through that. Man, there is so much going on here. It's like, oh, difficult to clean out because I just kind of let it go with those run throughs. I wanted to walk through all this with you guys and just kind of show you what it's all about. Looks like we've got all that cleared up. We've got mags going in certain vests. We've got our ammo in our ammo boxes. Okay, so we'll keep this stock out. Remember I talked about being able to put them on AKs. So you just need the right buffer tube um, on the A2. I don't know that this one has it. So for instance, we'll take off the stock here. We'll see it's not compatible. We need the buffer tube. So you just need to go to your trader, okay, to our vendor here, right? You need to go, we'll start from the beginning. So go to the trader. That's what it's going to look like. Click on attachments, go to stock, okay? And you're going to go down here to the AK SAG buffer tube. You need to buy one of these, and it makes it compatible with some of the AR-15 stocks. So we've got an M4 and a Chris here, okay? So let's see what we can go here to our vendor, and let's see what we've got unlocked for attachments that we can kit these guys out with. So the M4, open it up. Let's take it off here so we can see everything open. So we can look at pistol grips. We can look at the buffer tube, right? We've got a handguard that we can look at. The stock. And this guy's already silenced. We're going to keep him that way. We want this MK12, and the 46 suppressor is good. Um, actually, it's probably one of the better ones for it. Chris, right? We can afford a handguard, a stock. We can get a rail for this puppy. So let's get going. Let's get shopping. We got about 13 grand to work with, so we can't overspend. But let's see what we got. So AR-15. Let's look for a new handguard for an AR-15 that can supply these guys a grip and these attachments. 250 for the Riz 2. I think that's what we're going to go with because it allows for a grip, and that's what we want. All right. So there's our handguard. All right. We also said it could take a rail. The M4 is going to be able to take a rail with this M2. Actually, we won't need it. Sorry, we won't need a rail with this Riz 2. So let's buy this. Go to our AR. And we're going to take off our handguard. And we're going to drag and drop our new one on. Okay, now we can afford to put a grip and tacticals on here. We don't need this anymore. So let's put our tacticals on it. Let's put our laser and flashlight on it. So we're gonna go to one of our B10s here that's holding a bunch of that. Here's an APLC flashlight. So we're gonna put that here. And take it to the tactical position that you want it to. I want it on the left side, so that's where I put it on. And the PEQ laser, I want it on the right side, so put it on the right side. Actually, with this PEQ, we can put it up top. Let's see how that looks. If my sight will go over it. I think when I put the ACOG on it, it will. If it doesn't, we're going to put it on the right side. But see, now we got uh, a flashlight and a laser to work with on the M4, and it can hold a grip. So let's go get our grip. Let's see if we have one in our stash somewhere. Here we go. Will it take this? No. Okay. So this foregrip is not compatible with the M4. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So wait, let's take a look at this. Why won't this work? Item is not compatible. So maybe it's just not compatible with this particular rail. Let's go see what we can get for a grip. Daniel Defense Picatinny foregrip. M4A1. There we go. All right. Boom. Now we got our foregrip. So now, guys, our M4 is totally kitted out. We've got everything we can add to it. We can... Let's take off our sight. We're going to go to our SCAR. We're going to put our ACOG that we found in the last video. Running through, we found an ACOG. Looting. So there's our ACOG. And the next thing we can do, we can find my 45-inch rail here and put that on here. Okay, so see now we've got a long-range scope and we've got a 45-degree offset rail that went right on this wrist too. Okay, and this 45 offset rail has a delta point on it. So I've got long range and short range all in this one M4. So that guy's ready to go. He's kitted out. All right, the Chris. Right, we set a handguard and a stock. Let's go look for the Chris. See what we can afford and have open. So a handguard for the Chris. Open it up, come down to the Chris. Here it is, we've got that unlocked. We got both of them unlocked. This one can hold 4 rails. This one holds 2 rails and attack. So let's do this one. We don't want to overdo it. Let's do this. And then we need to go find us the stock. So come down here to our Chris stocks. Alright, I think we've got the best one available, guys. 10% recoil reduction. Let's look at the others. I don't want the sling. And that's it. Yeah, alright. So that's what we want. Folding stock. Alright. So there we go. Oh, hold on now. Alright. So did y'all see that? Let me put this back on. It had a rail on it and I didn't realize it. It had a small little rail that's holding my flashlight. Or my laser, excuse me. So that's why it said it's conflicting. Okay, so we're going to take this rail off, put the better one on. The handguard, excuse me. Put the better one on. Now we can go back and grab this flashlight and put it on. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and put that on that Chris. Might as well use it. Okay, so now we need to go buy some rails for this guy so we can put tactical attachments on it. So come back here, go to our rail, and then we don't want that Chris Vector rail. Okay, that's what we took off. That's not what we're looking for. We are looking for this Magpul 4-inch rail. Yes, that's what we're looking for. Okay, and then we need to put our stock on. Forgot about that. There's our stock. This guy's coming together. Look at him. We need to go buy one more rail so that we can put our flashlight on it. Doesn't cost you anything. One more. Now we need to go to one of our items here and find us a flashlight. We'll use just this common flashlight instead of hunting too much. There we go. Right? Flashlight on the left, laser on the right. We can we can move it around however we need to. I kind of wish I could put the laser up top or on the bottom, but the bottom I've got the grip. Um, the top would be great, but it's in the way if you do that. So this guy can also take a muzzle. Well, that's good enough for me. We got him kitted out really well here, right? Totally kitted out M4, the Chris Vector minus the muzzle, which is gonna bug me. But the Glock 19, all it's lacking is a sight, which I can just throw a Delta Point sight on it. Which you can't use the mount. The mount's kind of already on. So now our pistol's got a sight on it. And we're using a laser with it. So all three guns are ready to rock, pretty much there. We got our stash totally cleaned out, looks so much better. So that's kitting out an M4 and a Chris. Let's take a look at the MP5. That's another gun I really enjoy using is the MP5. You can do more with it. You can do the stock. You can silence it. You can put the rail on it for the sights. Let's get to kitting. Let's look at a stock, and let's look at a handguard. So handguard. Let's go find our MP5s. Here we go. See what we can afford. Oh, we can't do any of them. We got to be tier 2 with VLF. And boy, we're almost there. So we can't do anything with an MP5. What about an MCX? Let's see if I can do anything with my Virtus. I know they can take a stock. So let's go look at the MCX Virtus. Okay. All right. I think I kind of want to try this one. Let's try that stock. Where are my Virtus? Here they are. Put your MP5 back up. All right. All right. Nice. Okay, these guys can be silenced too. So let's check out a silencer. I might look at getting a longer barrel too. That guy's not even coming out of the out of the handguard. So let's look at silencing this guy. So those are going to be in the muzzles. This AAC works just fine on the MCX. It does. So we'll go with that guy. Now we got a silenced version. Okay, let's do some rails. So we're going to need those Picatinny rails again. So let's go hit them up. There they are. Magpul. Sorry, I said Picatinny's. Picatinny's are the MP5s. The Magpul. These are your general rails for almost all guns. These work on. So we want 2 of those, at least for 2. Get these guys on there. Bada boom, bada bing. And then get the flashlight on there. That was the laser, actually. Let's find us a flashlight. It's a laser. Here's flashlights. And we got our grip on there. Nice, a free grip. We didn't have to go buy one. So I bought another rail that previously this rail slot was just open right there. All right, so I just added that on. I want to move my laser over to it now to the right side. It being up top, I may try that actually with a long range. Let me see if I can afford an ACOG or a long range sight here for this guy. Let's go look. Let me just look at all of them. Oh, we've got the Voodoo scope available, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to buy 2 of those. Those are so fun. The hammer sight's good. Okay, the ACOG is one of my favorites, but let's buy a hammer sight too. Because what's cool about the hammer sight is it's dual scoped. If you put a delta point in there, it's a dual scope. I'll show you. So we'll take this RMR off. Okay, let's put the hammer on. Okay, now look at this hammer. Okay, whoops. Okay, so that holds a sight. That is not an active sight. Okay, it holds a sight. It looks just like one, but you got to put the delta point in there. So just like this, you got to take the delta point and whoop. Okay, you can't put the mount in there with it. It needs just the delta point sight. We got a kitted out Virtus now too, which we can do that same thing to this guy, but one at a time. Okay, so we kitted out a Virtus, kitted out an M4 and a Chris. I think you guys see kind of how this works, right? You just really open up your gun, see what it tells you, right? If it doesn't have the icon on the gun, you cannot put that kind of attachment on that gun. Okay, so here's a handguard. That means you can replace it. Here's the butt stock, the stock. That means you can replace it. You can add a rail. This one takes a, so just follow what it tells you and then go to the trader, search that item up, make sure it's compatible. Okay, so I'll show you that real quick. I'm sure you saw me looking at it when I was going through mine. But let's say you want to stock for an MP5. Okay, the way I've been doing it, like I showed you, click on your stock, right? Your drop down menu, and then go search for the gun you're looking for, AR-15, an AK. I've got an M2. For this, we're looking for an MP5. So here's the MP5. Come down here, see what you have unlocked, right? And there you go. Or you can double click on the icon, compatible items, and it will tell you everything that it's compatible with in your stash or on you. Okay, so that gets a little tricky with muzzles and stuff sometimes because you can technically put a silencer on something and it'll tell you that you don't have anything, but you technically do. You just need to come and put the right muzzle brake on it. Okay, so don't give up. Don't go straight and look for a silencer and see that you have nothing. See if there's a muzzle brake for that same weapon, right? Or maybe it's a gas tube for that same weapon that you need. Um, to be able to put a silencer on it. Most of the time it's like a muzzle brake or some kind of muzzle attachment, and then you can put your silencer on. So be wary of that. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I just wanted to run through cleaning up a stash, right? Kind of go through what my mindset was when I start loading through and upgrading boxes and how I prioritize it, and how I clean things up and how you need to use your rigs and the tool belts at your disposal to hold stuff in the inventory. It's a lot more condensed if you put all your mags in a rig. Don't keep all your mags just out here and in ammo, right? It'll take less space to keep them all in a rig. That's why, again, why I like the Sergeant rigs so much. Look how much they hold. V4 overall might be the most versatile because it's got 140 hit points and it holds more than a JTAC. So in versatility, in terms of holding stuff and going back in, V4 is probably it. But for holding stuff and being a hoarder, Sergeant Rig's the way to go. And then real quick, I said I'd talk about the settings. Let's touch on that real quick. So gameplay, AI settings. I do a custom. Okay. So here you go. This is what I use. I'll let you guys screenshot it. I'm thinking about turning this up, and whenever I do, I'll show you a new group of settings. And if you want to see my keybinds, this is what I'm using. Keep in mind some of these weird items like I and U, right? Obviously, I'm not reaching all the way over there to use that. I've got it bound to my mouse. So just note those are mouse buttons. Um, put them where you're comfortable. All right, guys. That's it for my settings. That's it for this one, guys. I appreciate you sticking around with me. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are enjoying the game. What are you guys disliking about it so far? What would you like to see them add? I'm ready for a new POI. I can't wait, but I'm looking forward to a new POI for sure. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.